Hello, today is Wednesday, May 26th, and welcome back to your weekly installment of Jiwon has a very bad day of training and is very upset about it. Today was not great. These power jerks weren't terrible, although like the sort of main problem that persisted throughout these power jerks and into the split jerks was my hips scooping forward, as always. I feel like it has gotten better over the past few weeks, just from where it used to look like a couple months ago, even just 1 month ago. It has gotten better, but I feel like today it just sort of got worse than it usually has, got worse than it has been for the last few weeks or so. But you can see, I mean, even early on in these warm-ups, like my hips are sort of, they're not sort of translating as far forward as maybe it used to, but you can still see them scooping forward and like my lower back going into flexion. And that's just like, I feel like that's where there's an enormous power leak. Because these just, they just didn't feel great. Yeah, this is my last warm-up. It actually felt pretty solid. That last warm-up felt pretty solid. And then here's my first working set. First one felt pretty solid too, but then the second one, same sort of issue as last week and the week before, where it's just sketchy with my arms. I feel like I could definitely have used my upper body could have been a lot more active. And then this set is kind of interesting because, so I make the first rep, and then me being bad at unracking, you can sort of see early on in the warm-ups that like my re-racks look bad and unstable, but it eventually comes back to bite me in the ass in this set. And so when I fail the re-rack, I just decide, you know what, fuck it, let's just go for it again immediately after. And I actually make it. So I'm like, okay, it's not, considering how frustrated I was for just missing that re-rack, I was expecting not to get anything out of it, but I actually ended up making it. So that was a small win. But then this third set of power jerks, the first one, same as the first set, second rep, arms are a bit sketchy, and then second rep was a little bit better. But I wasn't like ecstatic about these, but I wasn't upset or anything. Like I was like, I definitely saw that the hip thing was happening. Like I recognized that was happening, but I guess all in all, like I wasn't too upset because like it's not like I like missed everything warming up and like missed all of my work sets or whatever. But then we move on to these hang clean and jerks, and the cleans are actually not that bad. I can't really complain about the cleans, and the main problem obviously was the jerk, and like I'm just far more inconsistent with the jerk. It got to a point eventually, like later when I got to my work sets, where I didn't even like give myself the opportunity or give myself any mental space to think about the clean. I just was sort of on autopilot for that because I was thinking like I was only thinking about the jerk, and it didn't really like I was at a point where I was able to autopilot the hang clean and still be fine and still make it because I feel like my clean is just that much further ahead than my jerk. These split jerks, man, like I sort of the same hip problem persists into these split jerks, and like I don't know, and things just felt off, like I guess like movement wise, and like this jerk right here at 175 is terrible. It felt terrible. Like I don't know, like my torso was like leaned back and my front foot was too far forward, and like I don't know, I watched it back and I didn't feel great about it, but I just moved on because I was like, okay, let's not get too caught up in like every little small thing. But then this jerk right here,
what the fuck?
I guess
God damn.
I guess just watching the video, it didn't look terrible, but I just felt so bad about it that I was like, okay, I have to retake it. I have to take it again because I don't want to move on and add 30 pounds from this weight that felt like crap. So I took it again, and it was better. But you can still see that sort of hip thing happening again. There's likely a lot of power being leaked there. And then 235, again, not too bad. But I mean, I don't, and yeah, this jerk is not bad, but I don't know if you saw, like, in the re-rack, my hips, again, like, they just, like, I just don't like the way my hips just love being under me so much with my lower back flex. I just don't like that. I don't know why that's, like, sort of my default state. And then,
God damn it.
This jerk also just felt like crap, so I had to take it again. And then I actually, so this, I fail in the recovery, if I recall. I think I, like, lock it out overhead, and I'm just unable to, like, yeah, it's, like, good enough, but then I step a little too far back, and so I, like, can't hold on to it. But I didn't want to take it again and just get stuck at this last warm-up, because I knew that, like, if I had recovered a little better, I would have made it. So I just moved on to the working set. But I'm not able to get anything out of these jerks. I don't know what it is. Well, actually, no. I know reasons that I can point out certain things that are happening here that might have been leading to that. And in this set, I just sort of didn't have confidence, like any confidence. So I think a big thing is it's a mental thing. But another big thing is just, like, me losing a lot of power in the dip and dive. I think those two things in conjunction, like my mental just not having any confidence, and then that sort of power loss and inconsistency is really detrimental. So after that third attempt, I, like, knew that there's no way I'm gonna jerk this. And so similar to something I did several weeks ago, where I just wasn't feeling the jerk, I just sort of replaced the jerk, just gave up on it completely, and replaced it with just the dip and drive. So yeah, that's how that went. Jerks, just they will and probably always will be the bane of my existence. But I guess one thing is, like I said earlier, I didn't really have enough mental energy to devote to thinking about the hang cleans. And even so, I made all of them at 365, and they looked pretty good. Except for, I don't know, like a few weird ones here and there. So that's a good thing, I think. On some days when I'm just feeling terrible, like I can't even make like a really easy hang clean or like a clean. So there's that. And then, yeah, clean deadlifts. Just picturing myself deadlifting this off the ground. Or deadlifting, no. Picturing myself actually cleaning the weight. But I will say 335 felt very heavy. Even though I've done like 365 clean deadlift triples, beltless, and they felt pretty easy. These 335s felt hard. But that might have just been because I was sad and not happy mentally after how this training session went. But yeah, and then these rows, I mentioned this last week, but I didn't think I'd be able to bump up 5 pounds and do 4 straight sets, so I broke it up into a top set and 3 down sets. But yeah, so that's how this training session went. I'm kind of used to Wednesdays not going well and then the subsequent Fridays being a little bit better, and so I'm hoping that that's the same pattern that this week follows, but we will see. But yeah, that's about it.